Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about how I am enjoying A.C.E. So I know about a month ago I came on and did a video and explained that we were switching our curriculum and kind of doing a whole overhaul of all the things we were using and switching completely to A.C.E. We've been doing it for about a month and it's going really well. I have officially ordered the rest of the year's worth of PACEs for my kids. My kids really seem to love it. In fact, I did get a video of them talking about why they liked it. I'm going to see if I can find that and I'll try to insert this into that video. It's been working really well. My kids love that it's self-paced, that they can get started on their own, that they're not waiting around for me all day, because a lot of times some of the issues we were having was that I'd be distracted or the little kids would need me and they'd be ready for, a subject that required my help and I couldn't get to them on time. So they would be sitting around and waiting for me and it just would drive them crazy. It's been going really well. They really seem to enjoy it. Now, the only thing I can really say, I guess on the downside or the thing we're struggling with the most, it's been great for my kids that are really good readers. I've got two that are excelling, no problem. They're keeping up. In fact, my second grader is doing, I think he's into his third pace for each subject, or almost into his third pace for each subject. So he's going through those paces really quickly. Second grade is, not challenging for him. I actually have him in a third grade paces for two subjects. I think it's math and English. I have him in third grade paces, and then the rest are all second grade. I probably should have put him in third grade across the board. But we're going to stick with what we're doing, keep going in third grade for math and English, and then just let him do the second grade science, history, literature, and creative writing for the rest of the year, and we'll reevaluate at the end of the year. My fourth grader is doing really well also. He is doing fourth grade pretty much across the board. I think there's one subject he's doing like the end of third grade in. I'm trying to think. I think that's math. He has a harder time in math. So I think he's at the end of third grade math going into fourth grade, so a little bit behind in his math. But then in his word building, he's doing sixth grade math, and he's not having any trouble with it. He's going through that without a problem. So everything else is fourth grade. He's getting all of his pages done a day and having no trouble. Now, my oldest is having a little bit of a harder time because reading is not her strong suit, and it's a lot of reading because there's so many subjects and paces. So she's doing 6 subjects. She's actually doing a little bit lower. I want to say she's doing end of fourth grade and going into 5th grade for English, because that's kind of her struggle area, and everything else is 5th grade across the board. And she's doing very well, but I'm finding that she's very distracted. I don't know if the paces are keeping her attention very well, or if it's just she's my creative child. She literally lives in the clouds and gets distracted by everything. So that's kind of been the biggest challenge. The new thing that I'm trying to kind of help with that is, and we're going to try it for a couple weeks and see how it goes. I'm just tonight I made a schedule, and I can show it to you. I just, worked on it with the kids. Daisy. I just went over it with the kids, and I did it by times. And I think I'm going to attempt to not number the amount of pages that I want them to do and say I want them to spend a certain amount of time in each subject every day. So we're going to see if that works and helps take some of the stress off. I have a hard time with, she gets distracted and I've assigned these pages and at 5 o'clock we're still working, and it's not necessary. I don't want to do it that way. So like our new schedule basically is 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock they work on math. They get a 15-minute break, and then we're doing 40 minutes for every other subject. And we're going to rotate science and social studies. We're going to do 3 days a week in science, 2 days a week in social studies, and then flip it the next week, 40 minutes at a time. And once they're done with that 40 minutes, they're done. So if they get 1 page done in that 40 minutes, that's okay. If they get 6 pages done in that 40 minutes, great. I'm hoping that it all kind of balances out in the end. If I find that we're not making enough traction or they're getting behind in the amount of pages that they're doing, we will either reevaluate and I can start assigning pages, or we might work through the summer. I haven't decided yet. I just don't want to put the pressure on them to get so many pages done, because I know it was stressing my daughter out and she was working late and I just didn't like that. The thing to go along with that I did was the goal cards. I have changed what we were doing. Instead of me writing the number of pages that I want them to do, I'm going to give them this at the beginning of the week, and I have listed all of their subjects across the top. And I told them I want them at the end of each pace to write the number of pages that they've done. So they're going to tell me how many pages that they've done. And then by the end of the day, the very last box over here, it just says their chapter book. So I have my kids read 30 minutes a day in a chapter book. So it can be the chapter book that they've picked, and then we're going to rotate and it'll be a chapter book that I've picked. And we're just going to go back and forth. You pick a book. Once you're finished, I pick the book. Once you finish, you pick a book, back and forth. Once they get that last box done, and they write down how many pages they read in their chapter book and how many pages they did in each subject of their paces, they have to bring it to me and initial. I'll initial it. My kids are big on reward systems. You can see we have a ticket chart back there. So what I do is every day that they get an initial, they get 2 tickets showing that they completed their work for the day. At the end of the week, if they have not forgotten to give me this to initial, then they'll get an additional 2 weeks for remembering all of their work and having me initial it every day, because it's very easy for them to put off their reading until bedtime, go to sleep, and then I don't initial it, and the next day they're like, no, I did my reading, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm trying to kind of instill some responsibility and have them bring this to me at the end of every day. So that's our plan for right now. If you're interested, we do tickets for this, and then we do tickets for tests. So if you get 2 tickets. If you get 100 on the test, you get 1 if you've passed the test, none if we have to retake the test. And that seems to work for my kids. They like it. They enjoy the ticket system. They're always seeing what they can do to earn more tickets. And then, of course, at my discretion for good behavior or not getting super distracted, things like that, I will reward them with tickets as well. So that is what we're doing. That's what we're trying. I'm hoping that I will make another video this week on how I tested and placed my kids in all of their initial paces mid-year. So I had 2 parents actually contact me on Facebook. A friend of mine who saw my video talking about the paces and A.C.E, and then somebody who I hadn't met yet, so I was really excited to meet them, asked me about how I kind of place the kids mid-year. You know, I didn't want to start them all at the beginning of the year, so how did I find where they should start? So I'm going to walk that through with you guys later this week, so keep an eye out for that. And it'll just go over how we diagnostic tested them, and then what that looked like for each kid and how we placed them. So I'm excited to do that video. Hopefully it'll help more people. I figure if 2 people have reached out, maybe some more people have questions. But it's going really well. I feel like it has given me a lot more freedom with my younger kids. I'm able to work with my kindergarten one-on-one, hands-on a little bit more, and not feel like I'm neglecting the older kids or making them sit and wait all day. So I think for large family, especially large family, maybe going through a transition or, we've got a move coming up, I think A.C.E is great for circumstances like that, if not indefinitely. I don't know, maybe we'll never go away from A.C.E. I have no idea, but for right now, it is like the perfect fit, and it has taken a lot of the burden of homeschooling off my shoulders, and it's been amazing. All right, guys, I know the timer is set and we're working on schoolwork, but I want to ask you guys a few questions about A.C.E. What do you think about the new way we're doing school?
It's the best.
Why?
I don't really know. I just like it.
What do you like about it?
Well, it's easier.
How so?
It's hard to explain.
Is it easier because you get to do it kind of on your own?
Kind of. Yeah, that's kind of one reason.
Okay. Livy, what do you think?
I think it's so much better than our last program.
Speak up, baby. I can't hear
I
you because
think
it's
it's
clear.
much better than our last program.
Why?
Because, in reading, I was kind of struggling reading, but, I have to read, a big story, and then I have to answer questions. But instead of answering questions, I have to fill in blanks, and that helps me answer the questions a whole lot better.
Yeah, it's a little easier to answer the questions.
Yeah, and it's not as tough.
Okay.
Yeah. And the math is a little more fun.
Because it's not on the computer, you actually have to work it out on paper. Do you like that? Because you were using teaching textbooks.
Yeah, I like doing it on paper.
Really? That surprises me.
Ow.
You might need to put him back in his den.
Okay.
Mason, what about you?
I like this new program because usually back in our other program, since our mom was taking care, so we had to do our English with our mom, and since our mom was always busy with the kids, we had to wait, and sometimes we had to do sometimes we would have to skip English for the whole day, and and then we'd have double English the next day. But with this new program, we can do English by ourselves because it's a lot more easier.
You can do all of them by yourself because it's like student led, student paced, right?
Yeah.
The workbooks teach you what to do and you guys just work on them by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys ask me if you have questions?
Yeah.
And then I just stop and help you, right?
Yeah. Sometimes we could have a little bit of questions that are like a little hard.
And sometimes you need your supervisor to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes they need to score pages, or sometimes you just need their initials.
Mm-hmm. And that's so that the supervisor knows that you're doing your work, and they see that you're progressing at a good pace, and they see that you're getting your work done and you're getting a good grade. Is that right?
Yeah.
Would you guys like to stay with this program, or do you think that we should try something else?
I think
Stay.
stay with this for the rest of our lives.
For the rest of our lives, I don't know about
Or
that.
for the rest of the school, for the rest of all the school years.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything you missed that we were doing before?
I kind of miss the computer, but I still like our one.
Yeah, but we're going to come up with a typing program, so that should help with that.
Yeah.
Mason, is there anything you missed from the program before?
No.
Nothing at all?
I just like this program.
I'm so glad. It's going really well. We have officially finished our 18th week. We are going into week 19 tomorrow. So we are halfway through the school year. Almost, exactly halfway. So that's really exciting. Also, it's going well. So just wanted to give you that update. If you have any questions regarding A.C.E, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Also, I'm going to leave a link to my abcmouse.com. I think it's a 30-day free trial. There's a link in the description box. You guys can click on that to go over and sign up. It's a free trial. It doesn't hurt to sign up. And they've been really great, and I really am enjoying them. So check that out as well, and we will see